If I would have known it was going to be so hard, I might not have done it.
This is very much a measure with your heart type of recipe. Oh my gosh. I love cilantro so much. There we go. Unfat your back chicken. He's not exactly excited about this. I know what darkness is. Darkness is what you see in you. Well, hello. Long time no see. Just working on this video, and I just wanted to give a little bit of context because the footage you're going to see is a little old. So I had been working on this video for a while, and this summer has been extremely busy for us. My family has been away a lot between camps and mission trips and all the things. So finding time to work on videos has been a lot harder than I expected it to be over the summer. But I had a video that was almost completely done, and editing software I've always used had some updates at the same time that Windows had some updates, and the updates were not compatible with one another. So I had put multiple hours of work into this video, and then it just stopped working. I tried every avenue I could to save it, couldn't save it, finally wound up downloading a different editing software, but I was too overwhelmed at the time to try to do this video again. So I just threw together another quick video, which you saw the run with me, the last video I did, which was like 2 weeks ago when I posted it. So it was about tips for running in the heat. Anyways, so now I finally decided, well, I need another video. And I don't want to waste all of this. I made it's a really good chicken recipe that you're going to see. So I finally decided to start working on that in the new editing software. I've put probably about 3 hours of work into this video in the new editing software. And today I opened the old editing software to look for something, and it's all there. It's working again. They fixed whatever bug was happening. I don't know. So we're going to get this video. And like I said, I wanted to give a little bit of context. So there's that. There's a workout that I do. I make some pico. I ran out of space on my camera and I didn't know it the day that I filmed it. And by the time I realized it, it was way, way too late. I'll hop on at the end of where pico recipe cuts off. I'll hop on and tell you what you missed. At the very, very end, you get to see a run with Steven and I. This run happened a long time ago. It was summer, but it happened before all of like camps and things. He had messed up his knee, and so he would rest for a little bit and then try to run again, and it would hurt. And so this was the first time he was able to run and not have pain in the knee. And it was so good. It was so good. And he's been running pretty consistently since then. I filmed it. I never put it in a different video. I wanted to not let it go to waste because we don't run together hardly ever because of the baby and our schedules and things like that. So it's a very rare occasion that we get to run together. So you'll see that at the very end. But anyways, I just wanted to come on and give you a little bit of context of that. But for now, let's start this video with a early morning workout.
All right, good morning. It's 6:40. I laid in bed for 30 minutes, I think, trying to convince myself not to get up and work out. Why do I do that sometimes? Anyways, part of the problem is I didn't go to bed with a good plan last night. I did have my workout clothes set out, so I'm gonna get this hair up and I'm gonna get this workout done.
All right, I fixed my camera settings. I still had it on super steady from the last time I had gone on a run. Anyways, this is one of those workouts that when I saw it, I thought, this will be easy, which was good that I thought that because otherwise I might not have done it. Like I said, I was not prepared that morning. I didn't want to get out of bed. So when I saw this stabilizing muscle workout, I was like, okay, I can do that for 20 minutes. No big deal. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. Anyways, I'm really glad though that I thought it was going to be easy. Otherwise I wouldn't have done it, and I was glad I did.
All right, workout is complete. That was a doozy. That was a little bit more intense than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad that I thought it was going to be easy because it made the decision to get in here and actually do it easier. If I would have known it was going to be so hard, I might not have done it. So I'm glad I didn't know. Anyways, workout complete.
I'll show you. I'm about to make some pico de gallo. So I thought I would show you how I make mine. It's super simple, super easy. Nothing revolutionary by any means. Excuse the way I look. I just ran a couple miles and it's very hot. But I don't have a lot of time. I am trying to beat the napping baby. I'm going to throw this together really quick. I am going to use it for dinner tonight. It is currently only 2:30. But once the baby wakes up, things definitely get harder. Super simple pico, just some Roma tomatoes or a different tomato if you prefer, an onion of some kind. I think real pico is white onions, and then the juice of limes, however many limes. This is very much a measure with your heart type of recipe. Actually measure with your mouth. So you got to taste test it depending on how many limes or like how juicy your limes are, how big or small. Cilantro, fresh cilantro. That's the best. And then I just use this pickled jalapenos. So good. What am I missing? Salt, maybe some garlic powder. Super simple. It's one of those recipes that just tastes better and better as it sits a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is just cut the ends off of the tomatoes, at least the butt, the butt end. And I'm going to slice them a little bit. And then I'm going to use my chopper. If you don't have one of these, you're missing out. Okay, funny story. I actually hate tomatoes. I love pico. I love salsa of all kinds, but I hate tomatoes. If you put them on my salad, if you put them on my sandwich, I'm taking it off. However, every now and then I get a craving for a tomato sandwich. Just tomatoes, mayonnaise, white bread, salt. So good. All right, so now I'm going to just chop these. It's very loud. I'm so sorry. I just went for a run. It was supposed to be a run rest day today, but I got my new shoes in. You know, when you get new shoes, you have to test them out. I just went for a 2-mile run, but probably should have rested. I have really been loving being able to run again and run consistently without knee pain, but that doesn't mean I don't have other aches and pains because I'm old. I'm old and I'm overweight. So joints hurt, tendons hurt. I've been dealing with a little bit of like tendon pain in my left ankle. I have to go let the dogs in because our old dog Jack is barking to come in and the other dog will jump the fence. Hold on. All right, I'm back. The good dog, Jack, is in. The bad dog didn't jump the fence, so that's good. Got my trash bowl. Forgot my trash bowl. Rachel Ray, thank you for that inspiration so many years ago. On, what was it, 30-minute meals? She always had a trash bowl. I'll probably cut this into a little bit smaller than just the halves, just so it fits in the chopper a little bit easier. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the tomatoes just because it's kind of full. As far as ratios, like how much onion to how much tomato, that's a you question. Like, that's a decision you make. I think I used 7 or 8 little Roma tomatoes and then 2 onions, whatever that ratio is. I would say I like mine pretty balanced. My eyes. And same thing goes with the cilantro. It's your preference. I really love cilantro. I'm using about half of a bunch. I'm going to save some for garnishing and whatnot, but also I use the stems. So I'll cut the ends just like the tips. Just the end of the cilantro off because they tend to get kind of brown and yucky there. But then otherwise I chop those stems right up in there, and because they have great flavor. Oh my gosh, I love cilantro so much. It has been way too long since I've made fresh pico. I almost bought it when I went to Aldi yesterday and I just couldn't do it. Homemade is always best. And especially when you learn how simple it is to make. There's my cilantro. So I've got my tomatoes, my onions, my cilantro. Now I'm going to juice these limes in there. Let me get my bowl so you can see what I'm doing. Once you get it started, they're kind of hard, but once you get it started, you get a good amount of juice out of there. Definitely going to need at least 2. So I'm going to do the 2 limes. I'm going to add some pickled diced jalapenos and some salt and probably some garlic powder, and then give it a mix and give it a taste. Keeping in mind that the spice and the flavors will continue to kind of develop. So if you make it like really spicy right off the bat, it might get spicier. Okay, the pico. So it basically cuts off while I am adding in the limes, the juice from a few limes. I think I ended up using 2 or 3 limes. And then I added 3 to 4 big spoonfuls of pickled jalapenos, gave it a good mix, added some salt, gave it a few tastes, added a few extra things. So it is one of those recipes you kind of taste it as you go, but that's all you missed at the end of the pico recipe. You saw most of it. I just didn't get to show you adding in the diced jalapenos and then seasoning to taste, but that's pretty easy. Okay, I'm gonna try to share this dinner recipe with you. It's from somebody named Cook with Brooke. I'll share her Instagram down below, and it has like the recipe in detail, but it is like a chicken, like a sheet pan, roasted corn, lettuce boat, taco things. My sister-in-law, Carrie, and I have named it Unfat Your Back Chicken because she makes a comment in her reel about putting it in lettuce boats because she's trying to unfat her back, or it's like the Unfat Your Back version. Anyways, so chicken thighs and taco seasoning. So I'm going to chop up this chicken thighs. There's 3 pounds of chicken here, so I'm going to use 3 packets of seasoning. Also going to add some lime juice, paprika, garlic powder, and I think salt. No, because there's lots of salt in here. So that's for the chicken. The chicken goes on a sheet pan, I think 425. It is only 340, but because I have praise practice tonight, I'm trying to get an early start. Obviously, this is not going to go in the oven yet, but I am going to prep the chicken, get it all chopped and seasoned and in a bowl, and let it set until it's time to like actually cook dinner. And I'll show you the rest of that too. But here we go first with the chicken. Little pieces. Little bite-sized pieces. I just want to add, I am using chicken thighs here because I like the taste of chicken thighs. Chicken breasts are going to be lower in calorie and higher in protein, but not by a ton. So if you prefer chicken thighs, use the chicken thighs. If you prefer breasts, use the breasts. It's totally up to you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do everything on this cutting board and then probably put these in a bag, like a Ziploc. I don't think I have a bowl big enough right now. So I'm going to put the juice of a lime. I think hers was like half a lime, but she was using like two and a half pounds of chicken. I've got 3 full pounds of chicken, and these are kind of small limes. So kind of give that a little mix. All right. I'm going to do all the taco seasoning. All right. Okay, I went and washed my hands so that I could touch this, but I'm putting garlic powder and paprika on here as if there's not already enough. 3 packages of seasoning, but that's okay. We like flavor. We are not afraid of flavor. So all that. And I think I'm going to get a Ziploc baggie now so that once this is all mixed, I can put it in there, cut my bag, roll my sides down. And then I'm going in. Here we go. A recipe note. Even though the package says 1 package per pound of meat, I think 3 packages was too much. It was good, but it was just a little bit over seasoned. So I would do less packaged seasoning and then just add more garlic and paprika at the end. I'm back. I've got my chicken in a bag, and now I'm going to prep some stuff for the corn. I will probably do 2 separate sheet pans. I have 2 very small ovens, so I don't have an oven big enough to use a sheet pan big enough to fit 3 pounds of chicken and the corn. So I'm going to do 2 separate sheet pans. I'll do the chicken all on one. It never gets mixed together, so it's fine. I should have used the chopper because this onion is slippery onion. Bless you. I'm going to go ahead and cut this whole thing up. It says for the corn, I think half of a red onion or a purple onion. I'd flip the camera if I could. What? Apple. This is not an apple. This is an onion. Would you like an apple? Mommy can cut you an apple in just a second, okay? Jackie's got a cartoon on in the living room. Judge me if you want. I don't care. Sometimes that's the only way I can get stuff done. Okay, so purple onion. I'm using frozen corn. She gets like fresh corn on the cob and decobs it. Frozen corn is amazing. So I'm going to use frozen corn. Ooh, this red onion is making my eyes burn. Purple onion, chili powder, salt, lime juice, and then she spritzes it with a little bit of olive oil spray and then puts it all back in the oven for like another 10 minutes. And then she tops it with queso fresco and cilantro. So I do need to cut some more cilantro up, which is in my fridge. I'm going to go ahead and mix everything up in this bowl so that it's ready to pour onto a sheet pan. I'm going to put most of that onion in. I'll save that onion for something. And then this is just for garnish of the peekaboo corn when it comes out of the oven. So I'm going to I don't need a ton of it is what I'm trying to say. I don't need a bunch. Oh, I need to add the seasonings. Salt, lime juice, chili powder. That's paprika. Let me get my chili powder. I don't remember how much it said. So we're just going to go with that. And then more limes. I'm glad I got the whole bag of limes because I've used so many limes today between the queso and the chicken and now the roasted corn. Jackie's playing peekaboo with the dogs. Okay, lime juice going in. And I don't really know if I can give this a taste because I can, but I don't want to. It's frozen corn. So this might be one of those things like when it comes out of the oven, I will give it a taste. So I don't want to go too heavy on anything yet. Give that a stir. And I think that's all she did. Well, tastes like frozen corn. It's really good though. I like corn. It's corn. Sorry. Everything is a song for me. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to show you my floor over here because it is a mess. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Everything else kind of happens after it cooks. So I'll try to show you. Hopefully it won't be too crazy in here and I'll be able to show you the process. If not, I will at least give you a picture in this video. I will tag her Instagram. I don't know if she's on YouTube. I found this recipe on Instagram. So I'll tag her Instagram. Okay, like I said, I don't know if you can see the mess that I have made on the floor and the counter. So yeah. Anyways, that's okay. I'm back. I've got my oven preheating to 425, my ovens. I've got parchment paper on both of my pans. So this is going to be my bigger one for my chicken and then the smaller one for the corn. So the chicken goes in for essentially about 20 minutes. And then she puts it under the broiler for about 3 minutes at the end. So we'll see what that looks like for us. Let's just dump all that yummy goodness, kind of spread that out into a single layer as much as possible. So this will go in for 20 minutes and then the corn will go in for 10 minutes. Want to get it roasted and get some nice like char on it, which putting it under the broiler will help a lot. Let me throw that in now. Okay, 4:52. So I'm going to set a timer on my watch. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes so that I can remember to put my corn in. And I have to start the timer. Can't tell you how many times I set a timer on my watch and then never started it. I did add a little bit more salt and a little bit more chili powder to this corn and just a drizzle of olive oil and kind of mixed it up. There we go. So that's it. See you in like 10 minutes. All right, it has been 10 minutes. So I'm going to check on this chicken, give it a little stir, and then throw the corn in. It smells so good in here right now. Yeah, that is cooking nicely. Golly, it might even be pretty close to being done. Okay, I for real might not cook that for another 10 more minutes. This is going in now on the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and reset my timer for 10 minutes, but I'm probably going to pull out a few pieces of that chicken, maybe in like 5 minutes and check it. I was going to do lettuce cups, but I don't think I will. I think I ran yesterday. I ran today. I will potentially run tomorrow. Honestly, I should take tomorrow off from running. All that to say, I need some carbs and some fiber. So I will probably have either corn tortillas or like one of the low carb, the high fiber tortillas. I went ahead and pulled this chicken out at about 15 minutes because it is done. And I checked several pieces with my meat thermometer and it is definitely cooked through. So I'm going to give this a taste. Yeah. There is no shortage of flavor or spice there. Personally, I think I would have probably been better with 2 packets of seasoning, but I would rather it over seasoned than under seasoned. I'm excited to have it with the corn and the queso fresco, which that's what I'm going to do next. Let me check this corn. It's looking really good too. There's about 3 minutes left on that, and then I'm going to pop it on turn the broiler on. And dinner is pretty much ready. I need to heat tortillas, but Steven's still not here, so I don't know. It's 5:11. He's helping a friend. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I need to make sure to be able to eat dinner and digest it a little bit before I go to praise practice. I've done that too many times where I've eaten and then ran out the door and then just been like digesting food as I'm trying to sing. Okay, I just pulled the roasted corn out of the oven. It's, it's not as like roasty as I was hoping, but I don't want to go too long because I'm going to end up forgetting that it's there. I don't know. Maybe I should put it back in. Like there's no real color on there. Let me give it a little taste. That's really good. And yeah, I use the same fork. It's my family. It's fine. All right, so I've got some queso fresco crumbled up that I'm going to put on top and some cilantro on top. What's funny is there's probably only 3 of us that will eat this, at least the corn. And one of us is not going to be here for dinner. Jeb's going to go probably to a Mexican food truck for dinner with his friends. There we go. Unfat your back chicken. I'll show you whenever we all sit down to eat dinner and I get my plate fixed, I will show you what my plate looks like, at least with everything on it. So there we go. I'm excited. Okay, here is the finished plate. So I have chicken, corn, the roasted corn, more queso fresco, cilantro, pico. Steven went with just the chicken and the corn, and underneath he's got some sour cream or Greek yogurt and shredded cheese. So
yes,
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Very excited.
Delicious.
Yes. One last thing before you watch the run with Steven and I had to go back and look at the file, and we ran that run on May 30th. That's how long ago that run was recorded. The chicken, the pico, the workout, all of that was a lot more recent, but May 30th was that run. Like I said, I didn't want that footage to go to waste because I love having something of Steven on here. But I am going to go ahead and end this video here. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you make the chicken recipe. Try it. It's so, so, so good. Summer is dwindling down, which I'm not excited about. But I am hopeful to get into a better filming and editing routine when routines kind of get back under our belt. But if you're not already subscribed to our channel, I hope you go ahead and subscribe and like this video, share it with your friends, comment, let me know if you try the chicken recipe. Come back. Hopefully next week I'll have another video for you. I have a couple of other videos ready to be edited. Thanks for watching. See ya when we see ya. Hi. Look what I have with me. And look at where we're at. We're gonna try for a run.
Yep.
It's gonna be my 3rd run in a row. 3rd day running in a row. But
it's 90 degrees.
It's 90 degrees. He's not exactly excited about this or happy with me about it, but we're gonna try, see what his knee does.
Yeah.
All right, we are almost halfway, 1.4 miles in. This is only our 2nd walk break, so we're running about 6 minutes, walking 1 right now. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling
good? All right. Okay, so we completed 2 miles running, 6 minutes, walking 1, and then mile 1 was 10:40 something, I think. Mile 2 was 10:30, so we ran mile 2 faster. Now, just out of an abundance of caution, because it's Steven's first run in a while, and the heat index is over 90, lack of hydration, all the things. We're gonna walk at least half of mile 3, and then try to pick it back up for the last half mile of our run. But feeling good?
Good.
Feeling great. Knee feeling okay. My knee is feeling great, all things considered. So gives me a lot of hope. Okay, we're done. 3.2. Took us like 39 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
But we walked most of mile 3. Mile 3 was like over 15 minutes. But we ran the last, I don't know, 4/10 of a mile? Yeah, at least 4/10 of a mile. So, other than the heat, how are we feeling?
Heat was the main thing. Golly, that was brutal. So just, felt the darkness
Yeah.
closing in.
Yeah. He did try to run more, but felt that darkness.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. The near and present darkness.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Sure.
Close and present darkness. I don't remember what it's called.
Near and present danger.
Near and present danger. I don't know what darkness is. Okay. I know what darkness is. Darkness is what used to be in my room.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Our friend.